What's up, guys? I'm back with another video, and today we're gonna build one of the walls for my fort. This is part 2. In part 1 I said I'm gonna wait till the snow melts and stuff, but I couldn't wait. I just want to get this fort done. So what my plan is to use both sides of the trees and just use friction to hold up a wall. I already got one, but right now what I'm working on is support beams going horizontally to help with the sag. I collected a few sticks, which I think would be good enough, and then I'm gonna start working on this wall. This one log here is already split, and it's pretty good and straight, and it goes right down the middle. So I'm gonna use my hatchet to split it all the way down, and I'll make even more support beams. Alright, so I just finished the support beams on the roof. It looks pretty good. There's less of a sag. But now I'm gonna use this log right here. I'm gonna use this log to measure, because I have a super long log over there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but that I chopped down from the last video. I'm gonna go get a whole bunch of logs from that and start building up this wall. Alright guys, so I just chopped one and I'm gonna line it up and I'm gonna go get some more. Alright guys, so it's getting late. I'm gonna start up the fire, and I cut a log a bit too short, so I'm gonna use another log to use it as to extend it a little bit. Alright, so I got the fire going. I've been focusing on this fire. I couldn't really get this part cut off for the log over there, but it's getting kind of late. I'm gonna let this fire settle down. I'm gonna keep trying to cut out this, and then I'm gonna head inside, and we can finish this tomorrow. So far, the fort's looking pretty good. Alright guys, so I have been working on this wall, and every 5 logs, I'm gonna tie a string across on both sides, and then 5 up, across, 5 across. And so far, it's doing pretty good. Over there's a lot of fallen trees, but like they're not on the ground, so they're really dry, which is it makes it a lot easier for me to cut. A lot more easier to cut. So I managed to add on a few more. It's getting kind of late, so I'm gonna do as much as I can before I head in. Alright guys, so I added 4 more logs from the first string, and to help, since this log is a bit skinnier, but these extra ones that was a bit too long, cut it off like that to squeeze it so this doesn't slide in between. Today's Sunday, so I have school tomorrow, and I have wrestling practice after school, so this video is going to take a lot longer for me to get this wall done, because I'm going to be busy every day after school. So I'm going to start heading back and try to work on it tomorrow. Alright guys, so it's currently 1 week after I've been working on this wall. I've been having wrestling, and I've been busy every day after school. So I think a few days ago I added 1 more log, this really big one. So I moved it down 1, and I put the smaller one on top. I hear gunshots over there, so I'm gonna try to get some dead wood around this area more, closer to my fort, and I'm gonna try to get this wall almost done today. Alright guys, so I just had to redo this wall, so I take all of it out from the bottom, because I found this really thick heavy log, so when I run across, it'll crush it. Also, because these logs kept going next to each other instead of going straight up, so we'll have to fix that problem here. Right here, it's since this one's a bit curved, since this log right here is a bit curved, it's kind of like that, but it's fine. And so it's getting kind of late, so I'm gonna head back inside. I also did some chinking here along here at the bottom. Alright guys, so it's been 2 weeks after I've been starting to work on this wall. I've been busy, a lot. So from last week, I think I did some chinking down there and then redid the wall. But since a lot of the snow melted, there's a lot of new sticks I can use around closer to my fort instead of farther over there. And the trail's cleared up, so I rode my mini bike out there. So I'm gonna go look for some straight logs and then start making the wall. Alright guys, so I drug this log over from over there where the fallen down tree is. My brother's here to help me. Me and my brother both raked out this area by the fire so these dry leaves don't catch and make it look nicer. We cut up some few logs for the wall. I noticed that it's like slanted because that's sinking, that side is like more down. So I'm thinking I might make a little wedge that'll go along here, then a board would go across. Alright guys, so I added those two, so it's a bit straighter now. Instead of curving more down, it's more across. And this big gap right here, I'm gonna fill in by like getting some smaller sticks from that, putting them in there. And also when it gets warm enough and moss starts to grow, I'm gonna tuck moss in each gaps or mud. So I'm gonna add these on, and then I think after that I'm gonna start up this fire. It's really cold today, so it's gonna work. All right, guys. So I just got these small little boards. I filled that up in the cracks. Right now it's about like waist height. It went from like down to my thigh up to my waist. It looks quite nice so far. This tree right here was bending and it's actually split right there. So it's like really thin. So it's like a perfect board. So I'm probably gonna do some more stuff with this. It's really nice. I'm gonna get this fire started and work some more. Alright guys, so I'm getting this fire started. I used some of that wood right there, super dry, and I made it really, I chopped up the really small flammable pieces. I made it like a log cabin and I started in the middle. It's going pretty good now. A lot of the wood is a lot drier, so it took like a lot quicker to make this fire. Alright, so I got the fire going pretty good. I got this another bench. So now we have a bench on both sides. And I also made this thing. I shaved off all the bark on this so it's all nice and smooth. I went with a t-shirt and I sanded the whole thing down with it. The fire's going pretty good. Haven't been working on the wall much, but it's getting kind of late, so we're going to just work on the fire, and then some later day I'm gonna go work on the wall again. Alright guys, so we're leaving. This is what the wall looks like. As you can see, it's like straightened up more up there and more crooked down there. I think today we did pretty good. So we're gonna head back. We got school tomorrow. So see you guys next week. What's up, guys? It's been another week. It snowed again. It was really nice last week. But now it's all snow again. So I have the back wall almost done. I'm gonna hopefully try to finish it up today. And we have a 4-day weekend. So I'm gonna have extra time to work on it. I'm gonna have a fire and just work on the fort, yeah. Alright, so we got that much snow. That's the stool. Actually, it wasn't a week I checked up on the fort. It's actually, I checked up on it yesterday. One thing I do need to fix is how this angle, I want to straighten it up a bit more. So I'm gonna do kind of what I did right there for that vlog. Put that gap in between and then fill it in. But what I'm gonna do first is I have all the stuff right here, so I'm gonna use this shovel out the area so I can have a nice, so it's all like nice, so I can walk through it without dragging through the snow. And I think in here's not too bad. So I don't think I really need to shovel anything out in here. Barely any snow. This roof, it does have a lot of snow on it, but the sticks are helping. I'm gonna take off the snow, but the carpet is completely covered, so I think I might leave it like this so it's covered up. Oh, there's a lot of falling down. Since there's no snow, I was able to find a lot of straighter sticks. All of them are down there. Not much over there. It's mostly our pine, but I don't really want to use pine because all this sap when it comes out. So let's shovel out the area and then go get some wood. So I just cleared it out. I can't really do much recording because in part 1 of making the fort, where I did the roof, I had my phone out a lot when there's a lot of snow, so my phone kept falling. Because I have a little stand to hold it, a tripod to hold it. So it got wet, so I had to let it dry out, and it messed up my speakers a little bit. So I'm not gonna do much recording. So, that's just a heads up. But anyways, I finished shoveling out the area. I also laid bricks around it. And so now I'm gonna go saw some wood, and then later make a fire. Hopefully it can help melt the snow around it. So let's get to work. Alright guys, so I just finished sawing that log. It's a really nice log. It's actually a tree that fell over during the storm. So there's like a slight change of plans. I gotta go help shovel my driveway. So I don't know if I'm gonna have time to work on my fort today, but there's always tomorrow. Also, I don't know about that fire, but I'll catch up to you guys if I'm gonna come back out and work on the fort. But anyways, it wasn't a rough storm. It was kind of windy. And also I realized that my fort like had no damage at all. Like for this wall. Also I added this post right here to keep in this log right here, because right here, as you see, it doesn't go all the way through to help lift it up. I also added this and I those flat pieces to use that, plug up the holes. It's actually holding them pretty well, except for the top ones because they're not really tight in yet. So I think from looking at this, I might need 4 or 5 more. But since there's a gap between this support beam that goes across the trees, I have this tarp hang over and actually like make it some sticks slanted off in the back, and that would also give extra, make a bonus extra for me, because it would be a lot warmer again on this wall, and also I can also store firewood in between the slanted wall and the flat wall right here. So yeah, I'm gonna head inside, eat, and then go shovel some snow. Alright guys, the next day I'm back at the camp. What I'm gonna do is that log, the big log I cut up, I'm gonna go cut it up. Hopefully finish this wall today and get a fire. So let's go to work. Alright, so I just brought a few up here. There's some buried in snow that I forgot to use. So I just brought one up. I'm gonna go get 3 more. Alright, so I just brought all of them up. This shorter one right here, like I said yesterday, tried to same thing I did right there, put it right there. I'll straighten it out. I think these logs will, at least I hope so, would be able to finish off this wall. Alright, so I just put up the last of it. I think I need one more, which is this stick right here, but it's a bit too long, so I'll have to chop it up. I am gonna have to tie it off too. And I also noticed that's collapsing a little bit right there, so I'll have to fix that as well. I am completely done with this wall, I think. I'm just gonna do some chinking, and kind of like what I did down there, but I tied it off every 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tied off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tied off. Since this one's a bit shorter, I kind of tied it around this one. But these ones are sticking up long enough, so I just tied it over. And it don't look too bad. I don't mind the noise in the background. I don't know what they're doing, but it's something to do with the cables. But I pull the tarp over like this. It looks pretty good so far. And it's pretty sturdy. It's leaning a bit that way a bit, so I use a string there to help tie it. And I think I also might tie a string from there, going from here around this tree or something. But yep. Alright guys, so I got the fire going. I might do the other walls later when it gets a bit warmer. It's going to be like this for a while in the 20s. Next week on Wednesday, it's going to be in the 40s just for a few minutes, and then it's going to go back down the next day. But the fire is going pretty good. A lot of hot coals. I forgot to record. When the fire was really big, I burned all the cardboard except for that piece, because it's plastic and it's all frozen in, so I'm not gonna burn any plastic. This the bundle of wood here. The last time I was out here making a fire, it was a lot. Me and my brother collected a lot of wood. The snow around this whole area is all melted out. One thing I do want to do for these sticks right here is that when it gets warmer, I might get some dig up some clay and put it around there so it doesn't burn. Mostly around this one. This one, not so much. One cool thing I just noticed is that there's actually like some liquid or like sap dripping out from the stick. It's really cool. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but from one here it's all like sizzling. All the water evaporating. Everything around here is like all steaming. I don't know if you guys can see, but my leg is kind of steaming. All the water coming out. I'm gonna hit off all the snow on the roof. So I'm gonna make this fire nice and big so it can run on itself, and then I'm gonna fix up the roof a bit. That board, that piece right there is kind of dangling off, so I'm gonna put that back in. I think it's good enough, and I'm gonna go fix up on the roof. last time I checked the weather, it was 21 degrees out. Also right here, I twisted this to help pull this back, and this stick right here is so that this doesn't fling. But besides that, the wall looks great. Straighten a lot up right there. A lot of sticks up there, so it's helping, supporting the weight. Few sticks are falling off. I think that's pretty good so far. The fire's doing pretty good. Oh, my finger's in the way. So I think I might let the fire die down and head back inside. It's really cold out. I'm gonna do those walls. It's warm. Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell button so you never miss one of my videos. And stay tuned for part 3.